horizontal live stream today. I did this once before, but that was like 3 months ago. So I'm gonna try it again and see how it goes. Um, we'll see if the messages disappear and appear too quickly for me. Then I'm not gonna do this again. Um, Let me get my glasses because I may need them for this. And you guys can call me a nerd if you want. That's fine. I see nerd as a I see being called a nerd a term of honor, honestly, because nerds are the most respected people I I know. So, what is this about? Well, this is going to get political again. Okay. Um, for one, um, no, we talked about this before. We're going to talk about it again. We're 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 in the final stages. What's up, BSK? We're in the final stages of the election. Early voting has already started this week. It starts here in Maryland Thursday. So I'm going to go out to do early voting this Friday. I've already gotten my election stuff. I'll show you guys. You see my stuff on the wall. So, um, but yeah, I already got my some of my stuff here. I have to cover up my some of my information, of course. Um, but yeah, so all the stuff for Baltimore County. So, like I said, I can vote early in person starting this Thursday. So my friend and I are planning on going Friday, which is still early voting because it's August 24th through August 31st is early voting here in Maryland from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Um, and you can mark your ballot by hand or you can use the ballot marking device. Okay. By the way, the one they send you is the one they send you is a practice ballot. That's not the real one. No, early. No, I never said early voting was in August. I don't think I've said that. Um, Pretty sure I didn't say that. Early voting starts, like I said, in October. It wouldn't start in August unless you're referring to something else. No, early voting does not start in August. So you have president and vice president of the United States vote for one. You have Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, Chase Oliver and Mike Termat, which are the Libertarian candidates, Jill Stein and Rudolph Ware for the Green Party, and Robert F. Kennedy and Nicole Shanahan, unaffiliated, which doesn't make sense because he's already given up his campaign and is supporting Trump, but you can still vote for him. But you can't vote for Cornel West anyone. So you've only got those five choices, or you can write in someone. Um, yes, U.S. Senator, and where I live, the choice would be between Angela Also Brooks, Larry Hogan, or Mike Scott. For representative in Congress, for my district, it would be John Olszewski Jr., Kim Classic. She's the Republican. But I don't, even though she's a Republican and I've committed to voting against blue, no matter who, I'm not voting for her. And I'm definitely not voting for John uh, Olszewski. Um, I'm going to vote for the Libertarian, Jason Woodruff Wonder, for the representative. Yeah, it was probably just a typo. Yeah, because I'm not voting. Like, there's no early voting in August. That would be way too early. Judge of the Circuit Court. I'm not familiar with any of them. But guys, if you're not familiar with a candidate who's running, what you can do is simply type in their names in Google, and that's going to bring up their campaign, whom they are. So I don't know any of these judges for the Circuit Court for Circuit 3, which is Michael S. Michael S. Barranco, Patricia DeMaio, or DeMayo, whatever. Mark DeSimone Jr., James Rhodes. Oh, James Rhodes. So Tony Stark's friend is Colonel Rhodes. He's running for Circuit Court judge. Have to vote for James Rhodes. I'm joking. I'm going to look these people up to see if there's whom I want to support for justice for the Supreme Court of Maryland, which is Circuit 2. There's actually only one person, Angela M. Eves. Vote yes or no. I'm probably going to vote no on that. I If I don't know anything else about the person, I'm probably going to vote no if it's a woman. I frankly, and you guys can skewer me over this, I don't trust their judgment. I don't trust the judgment of people who don't know violence. And I thought of that because of something that Just Pearly Things mentioned. Where she said she wouldn't vote for a woman because they don't know the nature, they don't understand the nature of violence. I had to, she has a point with that. For the judge for the Appellate Court of Maryland at large, that's Ann K. Albright. Again, it's either a yes or no. Again, I'm gonna probably vote no on that. I'm still gonna look these people up just in case, but I'm just telling you my own prima facie opinions on these candidates right now. Judge for the Appellate Court of Maryland at large, Kevin F. Arthur. Again, I don't know. I would probably say yes, but I have to see if he's a Democrat or not. So then there's Judge for the Appellate Court of Maryland at large, Andrea M. Leahy. You have to look her up. You said Elon and RFK Jr. with significant positions. Fascinating. Well, there's some contention that Elon might be appointed some position in Trump's um, cabinet, but so far he hasn't taken any official position other than supporting Trump officially. Whereas RFK Jr. Has assumed to be a part of his campaign as far as I forgot what the position was, but I don't think Elon doesn't have any official position in his campaign. Um, for Judge Appellate Court of Maryland Circuit 2, there's Douglas R.M. Nazarian. Yes or no? Don't know anything about him. Then there's question one of for a constitutional amendment for Declaration of rights to reproductive freedom. I'm going to vote against that constitutional amendment because the reproductive rights, it's a it's a it's an oxymoron. Saying reproductive rights when it's really the right to end reproduction is very misleading, and the fact that they use it as such would make me vote against it even if I was actually for it, because it's not for the right for reproduction, it's for the right to end someone's reproduction. That's what it's really about. and I find the terminology very Orwellian. So on that alone, I'm voting against it. He says all wavy gravy 20 January. Let's roll. Question A: Charter amendment increased county council to 9 members. I don't know what that's going to do to increase the members, other than we have to pay more taxes for another person, and it's not going to significantly change anything. I'm probably going to vote against that proposed charter amendment. Question B: Charter amendment is Office of the Inspector General, which is to provide increased accountability and oversight in their operations. I'm probably going to vote in favor of that. Question C is a charter amendment planning board term limits. Oh, I'm for board term limits, so I'm going to vote for the pros charter amendment. Let me switch my live chat filter so I can make sure I'm getting all my all my comments. BSK says press on, bro, be in and out. Yeah. Um, and so then it goes in to show you how to vote for a write-in candidate. I know it's reverse, so it's hard to see. So it shows you how to fill this out, and it gives you a list of qualified write-in candidates. Now, guys, you don't have to, if you want to write in someone, you don't have to pick whom they've qualified as a write-in candidate. Literally anyone can be written in as a write-in candidate, including yourself. You can write yourself in as a write-in candidate, because a write-in candidate is literally anyone, literally anyone. Okay, but they have a bunch of write-in candidates uh, for president and vice president. People I've never heard of: Ralph Jaffe, Paj Boring, President R. Body, Susan Maud Butcher, Shonda Irving, Douglas Jenkins, Brian Larry Kynitz, Andre Ramon McNeil Sr., Benjamin L. Schwab, Lester H. Waller Jr., Carol Asher, Jokey Beckett Jr., Patrick J. Burke. Never heard of these folks. If I was going to write someone in, though, which I'm not going to do, I'm going to write someone in that I actually want, even if it's just myself. I would write myself in before I write in some random person. And so then the last part is uh, on ordinance, county ordinance. Again, this is for Baltimore County. All of you guys are going to get something different depending on where you live. And for you overseas voters, I'm guessing they're going to let you fill out a ballot according to your address in the United States. I'm guessing. But I'm not sure how that works. Any of my other expats, passport bros, you guys can chime in on that one and let us know how that works. All right, I'm switching hands. My hand was starting to, phone was starting to get heavy. So question D is an ordinance to authorize and empower Baltimore County to borrow $5 million for refuse disposal projects. Hmm. I'll probably be for that bond issue. Question E would be county ordinance, an ordinance to authorize and empower Baltimore County to borrow 18,500,000 for community college projects, including but not limited to blah 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 blah. Um, I don't know, but I'm for anything dealing with education, so I'll probably vote for that bond issue. Question F is county ordinance public works borrowing. Ordinance to authorize and empower Baltimore County to borrow 55,440,000 for public works projects. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be for that bond issue as well. Question G, county ordinance parks preservation and greenways borrowing, an ordinance to authorize and empower Baltimore County to borrow 8 million for the purpose of parks, preservation, and greenway projects. Uh, Maybe, I guess. I don't know. Not don't care about that much. Um, and question H, an ordinance to authorize and empower Baltimore County to borrow 331,140,000 for school buildings and site projects. Hmm. So county ordinance for school borrowing. Um, I don't know. I guess. So then they have the ballot question summaries. Okay. Oh wait. There's more ordinance stuff. So there's question I, according, excuse me, county ordinance, agricultural and rural land preservation borrowing, an ordinance to authorize and empower Baltimore County to borrow $6 million for agricultural and rural land preservation projects. Yeah, I'm for that one. Question J is county ordinance community improvement project borrowing. This will be an ordinance to authorize and empower Baltimore County to borrow $4 million for community improvement projects. Yeah, I would like that. We don't want the county looking like the city. And I don't care if that sounds mean. This is the reason people move to the suburbs, because we want the suburbs to not look like the city. So yeah, I'm all for that. um, question K, county ordinance waterway improvement program borrowing, an ordinance to authorize and empower Baltimore County to borrow $20 million for the acquisition, construction, and reconstruction, extension, alteration, repair, and modernization of waterway improvement and stormwater related projects. Oh yeah, for cleaner, safer water. Yeah, I'm for that one. I'm definitely for that one. Yeah, without a doubt. And question L is county ordinance operational buildings borrowing. Oops, sorry guys. That's an ordinance to authorize and empower Baltimore County to borrow 130,500,000 for public operational buildings, including but not limited to general health, police, fire, recreation, library, senior center, jail buildings, facilities, yada 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 yada. Yeah, if it's dealing with like police, fire, libraries, and stuff like that, yeah, for that. So then the last part that comes with this practice ballot, guys, is a ballot question summaries. So it gives you like the name, the charter amendments, and county ordinance bills, so that you can look these up, and it gives you the link to go to online for information, a summary of each countywide question um, that is available, and look those up so you can get more detail. That's cool. I like that. And again, they give you like uh, both a website and a hotline to call if you have questions for the county board of elections, or you can call the state board of elections as well, or visit their website. So that's cool. And like I said, I'm pretty sure every state has something similar, and county. So it gives us specific information about the Declaration of Rights for the right to for reproductive freedom. And again, I'm voting against that because, again, although I am actually pro-choice, one, again, I was against Roe versus Wade because the um, the real woman, Norma, what was her name? Norma um, McCarvey or whatever the bitch name was, lied on the real reasons that she wanted to end her pregnancy, but it has been surmised that one of those complications for why she wanted to, well, out, one of the ways that she went about getting her pregnancy ended was lying, saying that a black man raped her to in order to get it done in a state where it wasn't allowed unless that occurred. So because of that, I was always against uh, Roe versus Wade. Now it's been called into question whether that's something that she actually said or not. My thing is that's not what she actually said. Why hasn't she in those 40 plus years ever come out clearly and stated the issue why she wanted to end the pregnancy? And like I said, I don't like this whole thing about reproductive rights because it's disingenuous how they termed it. It's not the right for reproduction, it's the right for ending life. So calling it reproductive rights is kind of disingenuous. But here, I'm gonna read what this constitutional amendment, because out of all the things on this practice ballot, it gives this specific state amendment on here. So it seemed like they're putting a a lot of heft into this. Um, so it says Declaration of Rights, Right to Reproductive Freedom, Chapter 245 of 2023, House Bill 705. The constitutional amendment would amend the Maryland Constitution to confirm an individual's right to reproductive freedom, including the ability to make and effectuate decisions to prevent, continue, or end the individual's pregnancy. Additionally, the state would be prohibited from denying or burdening the right to reproductive freedom unless justified by compelling state interests achieved by the least restrictive means. In other words, it's not about reproduction, it's about ending reproduction, the freedom to end reproduction. Like I said, so calling it reproductive rights is disingenuous. This is under current Maryland law, the state is prohibited from interfering with a woman's decision to terminate a pregnancy prior to viability or at any point in the pregnancy if the procedure is necessary to protect the life or health of the woman or the fetus is affected by genetic defect or serious deformity or abnormality. So currently, that means women can receive those procedures here in Maryland. That's what that means. Um, and again, if this was labeled a woman's decision to terminate pregnancy, right to terminate a pregnancy, I would find it more honest. But they want to call it reproductive freedom rights, and that's just bullshit. Anyway, um, to continue, the Maryland Department of Health may adopt regulations consistent with established medical practice if they are necessary and the least intrusive method to protect the life and health of the woman. Additionally, current Maryland law prohibits a person from being required to perform, participate in, or make referrals for a medical procedure that results in artificial insemination, sterilization, or termination of pregnancy. Similar protections are also provided to licensed hospitals, hospital directors, and hospital governing boards. In other words, Maryland law prevents a doctor or other clinician from being forced to either um, make do these procedures, against their own, against their own judgment or morals, um, or to help someone with some of these alternative things like artificial insemination or sterilization. Like a doctor can't be a, doctors are not legally obligated to do so here in Maryland. That's what that's saying. It says in 1973, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that the U.S. Constitution generally protected a right to obtain a abortion. Can't say that word here. However, in a subsequent ruling in 2022, the U.S. Supreme Court overturned this prior ruling. As a result, the right to obtain an abortion is no longer protected under the U.S. Constitution, and the regulation of abortion is largely left. Dang, I said it. I wasn't supposed to say it. Anyway, largely left to individual states. So there will be different opinions on that. So, guys, that's the practice ballot from Maryland, particularly in Baltimore County. Okay, and like I said, cover this up, but yeah. So that gets into the stream, but I'm not seeing any people participating here, so I'm about to end this soon. But it gets into like there's a lot of black people fleeing the Democratic Party because they're not offering us anything, particularly black men, but both black men and black women. They're not offering them anything. They're basically just saying, "Hey, we got a candidate who looks like you, so vote for her." That's all they. That's basically all they're doing. And so, and so the Kamala Harris campaign started freaking out a few weeks ago, and so they actually set up a bunch of proposals. Sorry about that. A bunch of proposals that were supposed to help close this here. But they set forth a bunch of alleged proposals that were supposed to help um, black men. But then later they admitted that these proposals are actually for everyone. So they literally tried to lie and try to get black men on the board by saying, "Hey, we put forth all these proposals for black men, like cryptocurrency and shit like that. Like, since when do most black men buy cryptocurrency? That's whatever." And some other stuff they put forth. Nothing like lineage based reparations or an anti black racist crime bill. Nothing like that. Just stupid stuff. And then, like I said, a week later, they admitted, well, hey, these proposals are actually good for all Americans, not just for black men. So that means you didn't actually do it for black men. You were lying. And that's sort of the reason why we don't rock with her. It's not because she's a woman, it's because we don't trust her. We don't believe her. I mean, she's not even honest about her own race. So she's Jamaican and Indian, and she's not even black Jamaican. She's biracial Jamaican on top of being mixed with an East Indian woman. I mean, when you lie about you lied about your own grandmother, like you pretended some black woman was your grandmother when she was really a servant of your family. So this is why we're not rocking with her, and this is why we're not listening to Obama's bitch ass tell black men, "Oh, you just don't want to vote for her because she's a woman." If that's the case, then why did so many black people, including men, vote for Hillary? She was a woman. Actually, more of us voted for her than white women did. Like white women, a lot of them voted for Trump, and that's why she lost. But it's been that every election cycle has been less and less black people voting Democrat because they're just seeing through the bullshit. I think when Obama ran for office the first time in 2008, I think he had 96% support from black people. That's a lot. That's basically like everyone. Um, it went down in 2012 because some people, thought he could have done more, or let's say anything for us, which he didn't. But still, a lot of them voted for him in 2012 to the tune of about what, I don't know, like 94%, something like that. Still a lot. Hillary, she got like 92% support. Biden got 90%. Biden, but again, she got 92% support, and she still lost. So it wasn't due to us. But no one criticized all those white women for voting for Trump because they were the reasons that she lost. Some of them voted. Some of them voted for Trump. Some of them voted for Joe Stein. Some of them backed out because they didn't like how Bernie was mistreated by the Democrats. But either way, she got 90% support from black people. Biden got 90%. Um, and it seems so far that Kamala's support, looking at, we won't know until the voting is actually done, but looking at the current numbers, looks like it's down in the 70%. Again, that's still a huge majority of black people. Like, we still talking about like 70 something percent. That's still like the majority of black people. But it has, but you can see the precipitous drop, right? And so they're worried about that. The funny thing is, even if she has like 70 to 80% support from black voters, they're still going to try to they're still going to try to blame black men for it when she loses. That's why they're already using this excuse, like, you guys need to come support her, because they're already worried. They know she needs every single number right now in her support because she is, her polls are sliding. um and what's the guy, Nate Silver? Either, no matter who wins, he's going to say he predicted it. I don't trust his bullshit that he's, but anyway, um she's still gonna have like 70 something percent, 70% or better support from black voters, and they're still gonna use that against black men when she loses. Although we're only 12% of the population. We're only 12% of the population. So if she loses, it's not because of us. A lot of Latinos are supporting Trump as well because they don't like the illegal immigrants coming through, because it fucks up their bag. The big, like I said in other live streams, the biggest people against illegal immigrants are the legal immigrants. um what else? And yeah, like I said, no one's rocking with Obama. You don't come and chastise black men like you're someone's daddy. Like, fuck you, nigga. Like, or fake nigga, because he's not a real black person. Like, fuck him. Like, you come to Pennsylvania and you talk this shit, why aren't you chastising any of these other groups? But sitting there tell people how they're supposed to vote, man, fuck him. That's why no one. That's why he's. That's why, like, black men by and large don't fuck with him anymore. And the guys who were sitting there at that press conference while he lectured them, I would have walked out. I literally would have walked out. Like, you're not gonna talk to us like kids. Man. It's like, you've done nothing for black people. His 8 years in office, he, he got same sex marriage legalized, and he got his health care. pushed through. Didn't do anything for black people. Shit, at least even Trump did more. Like Trump had prison reform done, which does affect a lot of um, black guys coming out of prison, and he gave permanent funding to HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities. So, and the economy did better while he was in office. Now, Obama's went to say that the reason, so now he's acknowledging that the economy was better. So even the Democrats are acknowledging that the economy was better under Trump. So, so the fuckery they're going to push now is saying that that's due to Obama, that he basically inherited a good economy from him. That remains to be seen. That remains to be seen if the good the good economy we had under Trump was inherited from the policies of Obama. That's that is that begs the question. So we'll see. But I'm not getting any. I'm not really getting any feedback on here, so I'm gonna end this, and I might come back later with another stream. But if not, if you guys are watching this on a replay, if you guys got any comments or questions for me or criticisms, you know, you can leave the comments here or hit me up on my socials. But I'm going to end this since I'm literally not getting one person talking to me other than BSK that came in earlier. All right, my guys, I'm out. Yeah, like I said, appreciate you guys who watch this on the replay. Um, when you do, if you want to show some support to me, give me a like and a subscribe. That, if anything else, I mean, if nothing else, a like and subscribe will do a lot. But if you want to show me support financially, you can always send me a super thanks, or you can become a member of the channel. Starts at $2.99, less than a Happy Meal. um, and my Cash App and Venmo are in the link in the description as well. Or you can buy me a coffee. By the way, when you buy me a coffee, you can chat with me there on the Buy Me a Coffee platform as well, or on Patreon. I do have a Patreon. There's nothing up yet, but you can sign up for a membership if you just want to show support, and you can reach me through Patreon as well. On Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee, I can give more unfiltered um, opinions on things that I can't say on YouTube. So, anyway, that's it. I'm out. Thanks, guys.